In this Byzantine Catholic Church, it is the week of the Bridegroom, also known as Holy Week or the Great Week. Yesterday, Jesus Christ entered Jerusalem, mounted on a donkey, and we blessed and held these in our hands during the liturgy, being like the children of the people of that time and that moment. Time comes together in the liturgy. There is no time. There's timeless. So we are those people in Jerusalem who said, Hosanna in the highest, and wave branches because Christ is coming. We recognize him as the Messiah, as the guy, because he raised Lazarus from the dead. But will we still wave these branches 3 days from now? Because the very people that did at that time, 3 days later, said, crucify him. This week of the Bridegroom will have a theme of vigilance. We will sing over and over again a theme. Behold, the Bridegroom comes in the middle of the night. Blessed is he who he finds awake. Vigilance. Because now Christ comes into Jerusalem for the final moment, the decisive battle between him and the devil. Christ will face his own death and then rise. And the church takes those moments, that reality, and uses it to remind us of our own battle with death, our own decisive moment, of our own personal death and judgment, and hopefully resurrection with God forever. But it also warns us to be vigilant, not only about our own death and judgment, but about the ways of the world. We will hear Jesus Christ talk about nations rising against nations. Beware, be ready. Earthquakes, pestilence, and famine. Yes, will we hear the bridegroom warn, the time has come. Be awake, be vigilant. Get right with God, personally, and so should the world. How providential this is happening this week as the Straits of Hormuz are blocked. So nations cannot get oil. Oil to the earth is like blood to our bodies. The world is dependent upon it. But there's something else that's being blocked along with that oil. Fertilizer. And what time of year is this? The planting season. To plant food around the world where fertilizer is needed among many nations. And right now they can't get that. We have nation rising against nation, don't we? Could there be now famine because they can't get the fertilizer or the oil to run the tractors that plant the food? Could this be what Christ was talking about? The sign of the beginning of the end times? We don't know, but it gives us reason to do what this week in our church is asking us to do, and what Christ always asks us to do. Be vigilant. Be like the wise virgins who had oil in their lamps and awaited the coming of the bridegroom. The coming of the bridegroom is a mystical marriage between Jesus Christ, the bridegroom, and we, his bride. But it is also Judgment Day. Behold, the bridegroom is coming. In the middle of the night, when we least expect, be vigilant.